up, everybody? It's your boy Blake coming back on with another episode of Speak Up, y'all. I know I said we were supposed to have 3 special guests, but 2 of them was not able to come. Trust and believe they had some serious things going on with them. I'm not going to expose their business, but I do have my homegirl right here, Miss Ash Cash. Come on, y'all, say what's up. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's Speak Up. We finna talk real about it. We finna be honest about it. And y'all know my slogan. What's a podcast without spilling a little tea? So let's get into it. First off, I want to start with a little story time. Because what we finna do, we finna hit some home runs in these relationships, okay? That's what we finna do. We finna hit some home runs in these relationships. We finna get down to the nitty gritty as to why these relationships can't stay together. They can't stay together whether it's a relationship, dating, or marriage. And guess what? We finna get down into it. But before we do that, let me tell y'all this. So y'all know your boy on the dating scene, okay? I'm out there trying to find my Mrs. Right. Because I done had a whole lot of Mrs. Wrongs. A whole lot of them. Don't laugh at me, Ashley. Trying to find my Mrs. Right. So I go out on a little datey date, you know what I'm saying? With a she who shall not be named. Okay? She who shall not be named. I go on a date with her, you know, trying to do something a little romantic, like, you know, we go to the store, get a loaf of bread, we go feed the ducks, a little picnic in the park. You know what I'm saying? A little picnic in the park. Y'all, we chopping it up, we talking. At first, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm feeling her vibe, she feeling mine. But the more you talk, the most stupid come out your mouth. I'm just saying. The more we talk, the more stupidity come out your mouth. Y'all, I have never been on a date with so many red flags hit in the first 10 minutes. I say, Adam, Kutcher, Punk, whoever, bring out the cameras because I know you playing. I know you playing. The first thing you tell me is I take care of my men, I spoil my men, but I got one issue. What's that? I can't keep my hand off of them. Baby, you got one time to hit me. Now, mind you, I don't condone violence. I don't. But you ain't gonna put your hands on me. You know, I might, yoke you up a little bit, hold you down, something like I ain't gonna all out just pop you. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. I ain't gonna all out just pop you. I might yoke you up a little bit, but I ain't gonna just hit you. So, strike 1. Strike 2, if you know me, you know I'm deep into my Christian roots, my Christian beliefs. Mind you, serve who you want to serve, do what you want to do. I'm not here to judge. I don't want no smoke. But if we ain't matching on that level, then you know what I'm saying? We ain't really rocking like that. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. It's the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? So you start speaking this dumb stuff to me. I mean, just dumb stuff. And I'm just gonna give y'all this example. She say that the Bible, the Quran, and the Satanic Bible was all written by the same man. I say, She go to say, you don't understand me, do you? Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Don't understand you. She say, well, all you got to do is use common sense and look in the back of the book and it tell you who wrote it.
Common sense ain't hitting clearly.
Listen, when I tell y'all my face went straight blank. Straight blank. I said, see, that's that dumb stuff I be talking about right there for this generation. Mm-hmm. That's the publishing company, okay? The publishing company. I was like, oh no, I can't. I'm done. I can't. Story time over, because I'm about to get mad all over again. Let's get into these topics of relationships, okay? So if y'all know what the question was, the question is, why is it that this generation of dating, relationships and marriages can't seem to stay together? You know, we posted this up last week, got a lot of hits on it. A lot of everybody was just hitting me coming up with their own ideologies and their own answers. Well, tonight we're gonna give you our ideologies, our answers. We ain't right. We ain't 100% right. Okay, we don't know everything, but we gonna give you what we feel and how we know about it. So the first thing they said was communication. How you feel about that, Ash Cash?
I feel like if you're going to be in a relationship, one thing you have to consider is each other. Everything that you do, going somewhere, not coming home early, if y'all living together. If y'all not living together, if you know you're going somewhere, at the end of the day, you usually go and you talk to your girl. If you're not going to go straight home, you got someplace else to go and you're not going to be able to talk to her, let her know that. Why? Because now here she is, she knows she usually talk to you at a certain time of the day. She don't hear from you. She reach out to you. You don't text her back because you're busy. The first thought that's gonna go in her head, oh, he's with another female. He's with another female. He's out there messing around. He's doing this and that. Females do it all. Not every female does do it, but a lot of females, they do it all the time. They overthink. And some of them, they'll come to you, and some of them, they're like that. They're like, okay, well, I hadn't heard from you all day. What have you been doing? And then, after the fact, they're like, oh, I decided to go out with my boys. So I decided I had to do this for such and such or whatever. Same thing goes with the female. If you know that you normally talk to your guy all day, most guys, they have this thing called an ego. So they're not going to be like,
okay, now what you're not about to do is sit up here and dog the fellas now.
I said most guys.
Oh, okay, let's get that straight.
Most guys, they have this thing called an ego to where they're like, oh, I don't care, whatever, she can do what she want to do. Yeah, no. They don't really mean it, but what they really mean in the back of their head, what she doing, who she with, the same questions the female asks, the males ask. They just don't come out and act like how the females do. But all in all, I feel like communication is something that has to be, and I mean with everything. Do I need, if you're going out, just check in with me. I don't need you to be like, oh, I'm doing this at this time, that at this time. I'm going to be out. I'll probably be home a little bit later than expected. Okay, cool. Thank you. I know not to expect you, and I won't overthink things. Right.
Well, let me stop you right there. Because if you know me, I'm 50-50 when it comes to talking. I like to talk, but then I don't like to talk. You get what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, I was in a past relationship where they said my communication was lacking. But I wouldn't necessarily say my communication was lacking. It all depends on the circumstances. And let me justify that. I would say circumstances depending on what you're doing at that time, because half the time you might not have your phone or you might be occupied. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So let me use an example. Okay, say for instance, I'm in a relationship with someone and you're over to my house. Okay, Cool. I have to leave. Mind you, my mother is a double amputee. You get what I'm saying? My father he's getting older. So if they need something, I have to be there with them to help them.
Right.
Half the time when I'm with them, they don't want to drive. So who's doing the driving?
Yeah.
Mind you, we young. Against the law, but we do it. We text and we drive. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But I want to see one of y'all get in the car with y'all mama and texting and driving at the same time.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? But what you doing, bud? If you don't put that phone down, I will knock you out. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's be real. So sometimes it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to communicate certain things. That's why I say it depends on the situation.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But see, then that's where we have to understand, okay, well, if it's the situation, then I need to kind of okay, step back. I can't really get mad. Because when I do have that time or you do ask me and I tell you what was going on, I feel like you should be understanding of that.
So I will say that I agree with you what they should be understanding after you explain the situation. But at the same time, I feel like before you even got to that situation, if you know that they're expecting you to come home, hey, gotta take my parents somewhere. Simple. I'm being honest.
Don't do that.
I told you, I'm
don't
being
comfort
honest.
me. Don't do that.
I'm not. I'm just being completely honest. you could have done that, but at the same time, if you weren't in a situation where it, or if you in a situation where it happened at the last minute, you didn't have your phone by you to do that, then when they come home, explain, hey, sorry I didn't text you, I didn't have my phone right next to me.
Right.
I had to take my parents, such and so forth.
Right.
And with them knowing the situation, they should have been understanding. And it shouldn't have been a big blowout argument or a big, just them being mad or anything like that.
Right.
It should have just been, okay, well, I understand that.
Right.
And just, that would have been an end done deal.
I mean, you're right. So, with this communication, I know another question was posed. Somebody hit me up on Snapchat, and they were like, okay, well, how would you go about handling if you started out with great communication and then it goes from, okay, y'all are talking this, that, and the third, even through text.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell the communication then starts lacking through the text because from y'all holding a complete conversation to one-word answers, like, okay, fine, good. You get what I'm saying? Like, how's your day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be like, oh, my day was good, yada, 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 what about you?
Right.
But it goes from that to, how was your day? Fine. How would you respond to that? Like, how would you react to that? Because the question was like, should I reciprocate the energy that I'm getting?
No. If I'm speaking with somebody and we're talking through text and like we go from, I'm the type of person I can feel the vibe through text. I know a lot of people are like, how can you feel the vibe? It's just words. Yeah, you can. Because if you're used to somebody actually speaking, like you can tell they're excited to hear from you through text and they go to just these one-word answers. My first thought is, oh, they're busy or they don't feel like talking to me. I say, you know what? You seem like you're busy. So me being me, I'll be like, you seem like you're busy. You giving me these one-word answers. Hit me up when you have some time. I don't want to keep you busy or keep you from doing whatever it is that you're doing.
Right.
And because I can't talk to somebody with a one word. But if they're doing a bunch of one word responses, I can't talk to you. Like I would literally be like, why am I texting you? Like, you're wasting my time right now. That is my thought process in that moment. And so I would stop. I would just let them know, hey, if you busy.
She better than me. She better than me. Cause I'm not finna hit you with that, oh, you busy, you know what I'm saying, I text you later. I ain't finna ask you none of that, okay? You hit me with a one-word text message, iPhone got this new thing, I see you a thumbs up, there you go, okay? You giving me energy, I'm finna receive. Call it petty, call it what you want to. But guess what? I wear the crown for King Petty right here.
And I feel like at that point, that's where the whole miscommunication comes. I feel like that's where the problem comes. I feel like that's where the issues come in because now something could have simply been wrong with it. And if you had just not simply just asked, okay, are you busy? What's wrong?
I ain't a mind reader though.
You're not.
But that falls under communication because I'm not a mind reader.
It does. But if you know, that's part of. Whenever you with somebody, it's part of you knowing them. When you don't want to be with somebody that you don't fully know. And when I say that, it's just like you getting to know somebody. You know, if somebody's short texting me, if my boyfriend is short texting me, okay, what's wrong with you? What's going on with you? Because this isn't you.
Right.
What's wrong? What's going on? Talk to me. Let me know what's happening.
Right.
Versus, oh, you being petty. Oh, I'm if you want weird answers too, I'm gonna do this. No, like I'm gonna cut all of that out. Let me know what's going on. Talk to me so we can get past this, so we can actually have a good conversation. I got off work, I want to talk to you, or I woke up, or I'm having such a good day, I want to talk to you. I want to keep that going. If your day is bad, I want to bring my good energy over to you, not get your negative energy over to me.
Right. So you basically just saying like, I'm gonna ask you what's going on because I want to know. Like,
right.
I'm not just gonna leave you sitting there upset, mad, going through what you're going through.
Right.
I don't care how many times I got to ask you till you open your mouth. They tell me what's going on. I'm gonna ask you.
No. Pause. I'm not gonna ask you 5,000 times.
I ain't say 5,000, but what I'm saying is because some people, me personally, I internalize everything.
Right.
People tell me all the time, you take your problems to God in prayer, and that's what I do. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the first, second, or third time, I'm not going to answer it because, and I'm this type of person, just like you say, you want to reciprocate your energy to your positive energy to that person. Well, what if that person don't want to reciprocate that negative energy to you? You get what I'm saying? So when you're asking me what's wrong and I'm telling you, babe, I'm fine, I'm good. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at a certain point it should be okay. He good or she's good. Now, let me maneuver this in a different type of way. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't just be I'm going to stop right here. I'm mad because you won't tell me what's going on.
Right. And yeah, I agree with you on that. No. So what I feel like when it gets to that situation where you're asking them over and over and they're not telling you, instead of your first thought is reverting to negative energy, catching the attitude, being mad, be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone. They'll talk to me when they're ready to, because you got to think about it too. Sometimes people are not comfortable enough to talk to you about whatever it is that they're dealing with right then at that moment. Sometimes they need to process it. Sometimes they need to think about what it is that they're saying, or just get through it themselves, because if they talk to you about it, it'll make them feel worse.
Right.
So they would allow them to just process that, give them that space, but at the same time be there. Physically be there, mentally, emotionally, just be there for them. You know in your mind, okay, something's wrong. I know he's lying, or I know she's lying, something's wrong. Okay, cool. Let something be wrong, but be there. Hold them. Do something for them. Do something that'll make them smile. Get them happy again. And then once you get to that moment, if they feel comfortable enough to let you know, then hey. Or if you don't bring it up then, bring it up later on. Be like, hey, the other day when you wasn't doing such and such, what was wrong with you?
What was wrong with you?
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, that right there flows into the next topic, which goes into patience. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of relationships and marriages, and even when you're dating somebody, we don't have patience with our partners,
Mm-hmm.
with our spouses, with the ones that we say we're going to pursue something with. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, we just so quick to throw in the doggone towel. You can blink wrong. I don't want to be with you no more. I got standards, I got sets, I got rules. When it comes down to that kind of stuff, I understand that you have values, you have rules, you know what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. But when you become to nitpicking and being petty at little things like that, that's what makes me think, okay, your rules, your standards, but then there's something going on up there with you. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, hold on now. It's some psychological stuff going on up there with you, because if something so minute can cause you to just walk away, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or just throw in the towel. Mind you, I understand past relationships, we done been through stuff. And I guarantee you, half of y'all ain't been through half the stuff I've been through. And I can give you one example of me personally. Well, I'm going to give you two. Call it what you want to. Call me dumb, call me crazy. But when I tell you, the Bible says that love covers a multitude of fault, it does. Now, mind you, I was dumb and crazy in these two situations, okay? I was dating this one girl. And if you watching, any girl that I'm talking about, if you watching, I don't want no smoke. I love y'all. Still at the end of the day, y'all still got a place in my heart. It ain't gonna be special. But you got a place in my heart. You got a place in my heart. You get what I'm saying? So I was talking to this one girl or whatever. You know, I went above and beyond for this girl. For her to tell me she didn't want to be with me no more, so then we try to work things out. So I'm literally on FaceTime with her. On FaceTime. I'm like, okay, you want me here? I'm on FaceTime with you. It's nighttime. We sleep. Do you know I rolled over at about 3 o'clock in the morning. I see this girl having sex on FaceTime. I literally look on my computer. You so deep into it, you don't see me looking at you. Like, you get what I'm saying? You don't see me seeing you, seeing what you're doing.
Ooh, I would have lost my mind.
But guess what though? Call it dumb, call it crazy. I loved her. I had patience with her. I had patience for her. You get what I'm saying? To see if she was gonna take. Now I'm not telling y'all be dumb like that, okay? Don't. Disclaimer. I'm about to hit y'all with a disclaimer. Don't be stupid in your relationship, okay? Don't do that. Don't be stupid in your relationship. Because one thing that I can guarantee you is that there's somebody out there that will love you and cherish you and treat you the way that you want to be treated, the way that you're supposed to be treated, won't make you look like an idiot, won't make you look like a fool, and won't make you feel like a little of nothing, okay? And find that somebody. Find that somebody. I'm begging you, find that somebody. And sometimes that somebody is the one that you let walk away. Sometimes that somebody is the one that you let walk away. Or the one that you pushed out the door, locked it, and kicked them out, okay? Because your list was, I'm not dealing with that.
We gonna talk about that.
Stop looking at me.
We gonna talk about that.
Now let me tell you the second part. Second one, I done forgot. Go ahead, let's talk about it. I forgot, y'all. I'm serious. Go ahead. Stop laughing at me.
So I feel like when it comes to a guy that's giving you everything that you want and more, and you be like, oh, you so quick to kick him out the door. I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't want that. You know my last situation that I've had, my dating situation that I've had, where the guy was doing a lot of weird stuff.
Right.
He was doing a lot of weird stuff to the point that it was just like, it's the things that you do behind closed doors by yourself, or the things you would think about doing behind closed doors by yourself. Like, this guy had an obsession with like my cheeks and cheeks on my face.
Yo, like yo, she used to come to work mad.
So y'all, all right, let me finish the story.
Go ahead.
So
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
this guy, he had. No, I'm gonna go ahead and say he was. I would say out of dating for a while, he treated me the absolute best. He was a complete gentleman. He was everything. He checked off everything on my list, but that one thing was just that, and a few other things was just a no-go for me. Like,
But notice she said a few.
was just a no-go for me. So basically, yeah, like the first time he ever kissed me on my cheek, he just, like, at first I was like, oh, you know, that's cute, whatever, this and that, but then it got to the point that he tried to, like, he playfully bite my cheek, and I was just like, all right, like, chill out, like, you're doing too much. And, you know, at first I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, he was just playing this and that. You know, things go along. He gradually started to do it more, to the point to where he bit my cheek. And it looked like somebody literally was beating me, like somebody had beat me in my face, because my face was so purple, my cheeks were so purple. Details, I'm not going into it, but that was a no-go for me, because I literally deliberately asked this man over and over, stop doing that. And when he told me, oh, you should compromise, there's boundaries to compromise.
There's definitely boundaries.
There's boundaries to compromising. And if I tell you that that's something that I absolutely do not like, and that is just a straight no-go, that is like it's a big turn off for me, stop it. Just stop. If somebody tell you they don't like something, don't do it no more. And he literally had an obsession with my cheek, to the point that even when he would get ready to do it, and then he'll stop and he'll be like, you know what, you did say you don't like that no more. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, because he tried. But it was other things that he did, and it was just like, okay, no, this is a no-go. I can't do this no more. Like, no. And he kept bringing up, oh, I want to start a relationship. No, I can't. If you're doing stuff like that, no. My answer is no. And it was basically, we had those conversations to where it was always whatever he say goes. And it got to the point to where whatever I said, it was just in one ear and out the other with him. And so
let me ask you a question. With the whole, y'all, I can't even say it because it's so funny. With the whole cheek biting situation, if he would have gotten that together, because now clearly you just stated, you said that he was working on it. Mm-hmm. If you see somebody working on something, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always been like this. Just as some things are quick and easy to get in, some things are quick, some habits are quick to form. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some habits are quick to form. You know, whether it's cheek biting, anything, because maybe the partner, maybe the person that you had before didn't mind it. You get what I'm saying? They didn't. Well, quite frankly, they didn't. He did it.
I get what you're saying.
But you get what I'm saying.
What you're saying. Yeah.
You know, they probably didn't mind it. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like if that person is at least acknowledging it and it putting forth the effort, not saying that they're doing it, but putting forth the effort, and you actually see it, whether it's dramatically or gradually coming, would you have stayed? If it wasn't cheek biting, but something else. You get what I'm saying?
Well, it was other things too besides that made me decided that he just wasn't it just wasn't like for me. Like the whole, so basically, and this leads back into the overall question of why relationships don't work, or mainly just why relationships wouldn't work. So we were in the process of trying to build a relationship with each other, but it was just some of the things that you look at is, one of the things I look at is, when I see their flaws, are there something that I can deal with on a daily basis? The flaws that he had, I couldn't deal with on a daily basis. He never listened to anything. He never took into consideration anything that I ever said. Now, don't get me wrong, like the typical flaws that females have, oh, he don't tell me I look good, he told me that daily. Like, I had no issue with that, but it was just more of every time we had a serious conversation, it was like everything that I said just went in, out the other, because I did not agree with him. And so if we had a disagreement on anything, it was always either his way or the highway. And so eventually I got to the point where I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I cannot physically be with somebody that doesn't take into consideration something that I find so seriously important to me, and you just, like, it's like you treat it like this means nothing to you.
Right.
I can't do that.
Right.
And so I made the decision that we weren't going to work. He wanted to be in a relationship with me. I didn't, because of that one big flaw. That was a small flaw, but it was a big one.
Yo, I'm sorry, but that flaw right there, that's something pretty big. Cause you ain't about to be nibbling on me. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm trying. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to shift things to the
Your
next
goal
topic.
shit, because I'm gonna keep laughing. Go ahead.
Okay, so I see one of the other things you said was finances.
Oh God, y'all
Of our
females,
relationship.
kill me with this. Okay, can I ask the first? Why is it that be the top priority on a female's list? Mind you, I understand that women are looking for someone who can supply their needs. You get what I'm saying? Because as a man, you should. You know, being raised in the house with my father, if my mama didn't have to work if she didn't want to. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She didn't have to do anything if she didn't want to, because my dad is, and I'm not going to say is the definition of a real man. That woman loved my mama to death, and that's what he taught me. You get what I'm saying? But in this dating pool, whether it's relationship-wise, marriage-wise, or, friendship, whatever, why is it that the first thing on a female's list is, how much money you got? Let me see your bank account. I want to know XYZ.
That is not every female. I would be the first to say that is not every female.
What am I doing wrong? What am I doing? Who am I talking to?
But maybe a lot of people don't realize that we actually go behind the same type of personality and the same type of female. We don't realize that we do that, but we do that. But I would say that the first thing that I would, as far as finance, you ain't gotta be the richest man in the world, but I do want you to have it somewhat or majority together. We can, because I don't have it all together, so I can't place a standard on you that I don't have with myself, first of all. But there is a lot of females out there who would basically, the first thought that comes to their mind is, oh, well, he gotta have money, he can't do this, he can't do that. Well, can you do that for yourself?
Right.
Can you take yourself out? Or if the situation was to turn over, if you were to take him out, can you do that? A lot of people, they're like, I'm not taking no man out, this and that. Why? Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Because at the end of the day, guess what, baby? I'm going to catch you. Remember that. Feed me. Buy me some clothes. On my birthday, I want a pair of Jordans, too.
Now, I will say, if a guy is not my man, if we haven't been together for a significant amount of time, and I don't see things progressing, no, I'm not going to buy all those stuff for you. will I be that person that, okay, if you want to take turns paying for dates and this and that, I don't mind that. I'm not going to say that because I don't want to give nobody no ideas. But if I know your financial situation and I see that we really have that genuine connection, I see that, you know, I see that you're going somewhere, and I know that I'm going somewhere, and we're building up to something. Why not?
Right.
Because I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna regret saying it, but with the right man, a really good man, I always call him an old school man. They believe in taking care of the household, taking care of everything. My wife doesn't have to pay for this. They don't have to take care of that. If they want to, I'll allow them to, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna always make sure I have it for them. The guy that you're going back and forth doing that for, make sure that he is that type of guy, because you don't want to make that a daily habit to the point that even when he do have it, oh, you got it, it's your turn to pay. Like, no, if I gotta be with a man like that, shit, I mean, shoot. You might as well just say that we basically just friends, or we're like, I don't want to have a husband where I have to share everything 50-50. And that's just a personal thing for me. Because, why? Because my dad and my brother, both of them, they take care of everything. Right. They allow, like, if their wife want to go and work, okay, cool. They go and they work. They want to have their own money, cool. Some women, they have that pride. They don't want to always go to the man and ask him for everything. Not every woman is like that. But if they come to a situation where they're out of a job, they're fine.
Right.
If they come to a situation where they don't have the money for this, they're fine. Because he has it. He's able to provide. And that's the kind of man that I want. Never pause your dick. Go ahead.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't. Like I said, that's the way I was raised. You get what I'm saying? If my mama didn't want to work, she ain't had to. My sisters them don't work, they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to. When I was married, she didn't have to. Okay? So my thing is this right here. Is I get all of that, but let's progress into that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If we're dating, mind you, I've always been taught, if I'm gonna take you out, I'm gonna take you out exquisitely. And you're not gonna touch your card. You're not. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, y'all see the little shoulder bump? But, if we 2, 3, 4 weeks into it, I don't need you asking me to help you cover your rent.
True. I
don't need you asking me about, oh, well, I'm lacking on my car note, or I need this, or I need that. If you can't do that for me, then da-da-da-da. Ain't know what I can't do. You get what I'm saying? Don't tell me what I can't do.
Right.
Mind you, case in point, I dated this one girl. You know her. We goes to the Louis Vuitton store in Jacksonville, okay? She said she was looking for this specific purse. Cool, that's fine. She who shall not be named. You know I'm talking about you, but I don't want no smoke. She want this Louis Vuitton purse. Cool. We go, we look, they don't have it. Okay. You standing in the store looking stupid, Jason. I said, dude, they ain't got it. We can go to Charleston, we can go somewhere else and find it.
Right.
Okay. We walk out of the store. 10, 15 minutes later, you ain't no real man. You could have asked me if I wanted something else out the store, da-da-da-da-da. That's my responsibility to ask you if you want something else out of the store? You're standing in the store.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Babe, they don't got this one. Can I get this one? Communication is key. I'm not gonna read your mind. Mm-hmm. So if I ain't gotta swipe my card for all them X amount of dollars, I ain't going to. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But you can't sit up there and judge and say what I can't do because I'm not.
Right.
We ain't even that deep into this. I don't even know your middle name.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the last 4 digits of your social security number, none of that. I ain't trying to know it, but not so early. But what I'm saying is I feel like it's like this. And this would make it hard for my men. You know, I got y'all, my boys. We here. I got y'all. I'm speaking for us. Okay? I got us. And I know she probably about to tell me off when I say this. I got us. But when it comes to a man and his money, y'all can walk away. Y'all can wake up in the morning and say, I don't want you no more. And got every gift, everything we ever purchased for you. Who lost? And who gained? Think about it. Who lost and who gained? But this generation don't care. Long as I got my hair done, my weave done, my nails did, my car full, all of that. Come on now. It's vice versa.
I feel like
I ain't gonna say vice versa, but you know what I mean.
it is. There's some men out there who are just like that too. But I feel like when it comes to stuff like that, females who are like that, I'm not gonna say that they can't really do it for themselves. But most of the females that are like that, they can do it for themselves, but they don't have nothing afterwards after they've done it for themselves. If you get what I'm saying, like the bank account is empty, they do all those things, they try to maintain a lifestyle that they can't afford, basically.
Right.
And they try to do, I need to go get my nails done. They're getting all of these extra stuff on the nails, all of this extra stuff when they get their hair done. It's waxes and stuff they got to pay for. You know, it's everything. I feel like as a female, if you can't do that for yourself, you shouldn't be asking a male to do that for you. Because if the tables were
Say
turned,
it again. Say it again. Say it slow and say it loud and say it proud.
if you cannot do that for yourself, you shouldn't be asking another male to do that for you as well.
You speaking facts here.
Now, if I can do that for myself and a male come to me and he can't do it, you don't serve me no purpose, sir. Because if you can't do what I can do for myself or more.
Let's not get it twisted though, cause sometimes y'all females get it twisted. Y'all get y'all little income tax, y'all little social security. Y'all go out and buy all this fancy stuff. Oh, I can take care of me. I can do this. I can do that. You can do that because you got that one check. Don't come at me sideways because you got that one check that you're able to provide for yourself for a couple months on down the road. Because then what you going to do is make me mad. Okay? Because guess what? I could have did it too. I guess you know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. But for real though, like, I don't know.
I do have one more question about finance. So, I did have a friend of mine make a comment about whenever he was on the date. One thing he said was whenever, like, when he was in the dating process of meeting females and going out and stuff. Because a lot of men, they go out on dates and they're expected to pay. The guy said...
As they should.
Listen though, the guy said if he goes out on a date with a female and the vibe is that everything's going good and he knows, okay, they're going to continue talking after that date, he'll pay. But he said if he goes on that date and that girl the whole time basically she's acting like she's bored, like she's not interested, she's in her phone all the time, not even trying to give any attention towards her, he said he'll tell the waiter, oh, we getting 2 checks. You paying for yourself and paying for mine.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
You know?
I don't. That I don't care if the vibe is there or not. That female took her time out of her day to give you this amount of time when it could have been with anybody else.
But did she really though if she's on her phone the whole time when y'all at dinner?
She could have. She did. Because guess what? Even though she might not be there mentally, she's there physically. She took that time out of her day. Because females, okay, y'all got options. And plenty of them.
Well.
Don't get cocky with it now because we do too.
All I said was, wow.
You could have kept that to yourself. Okay? Females have options. And I feel like if I'm that option, if I'm that one right now, if I beat everybody else to get your attention. And sometimes y'all intentions don't always be pure. Y'all be going out just for a free meal. We know.
I've done that a few times.
Oh, I don't feel like cooking. Let me call her. Yada, yada, yada. How you doing, daddy? Let me holler at you for a minute. Bump that, nigga. I can DoorDash you some food for all that. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I feel like if you took the time out of your day to spend it with me, mind you, if the vibe's not there, of course, I'll pay for the meal. I'll pay for it. As simple as that.
But after that, don't act like you're so interested in me after because you want to go out again.
Exactly. Cut it off. Because I'm going to tell you, that's dead. That last date we had, nope. You wasn't there. You wasn't there.
And I personally feel like I wouldn't want a guy to do that to me. If I feel like if we don't click when we go out on a date, you literally went out of your way to ask me to go on a date. I said, you know what? Okay, cool. We'll go out on a date. I don't know you. You don't know me. We'll get to know each other. So on and so forth. And I find out, after the date, we find out, okay, I'm not really interested. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend. Yeah, I'm going to be in my phone, whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, you asked me out on a date. So, yes, you are, I wouldn't say required, but I would expect you to pay. Mind you, I have this theory that I would never go out with a guy on a date unless I know that I can cover what I get. A lot of females don't do that.
That's right.
And it's because of situations like that. At any moment of time, that guy can decide, okay, I don't want to pay for you. I'm going to just, I'm not going to pay for you. So I need to make sure that I'm covered whenever I do go out on a date.
Right. I get it. But that's smart, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart. Because a lot of people try to play that, oh, I left my wallet at home. Or I left my purse in the car. You will go get it. You know what I'm saying? But you have men out there that'll do that.
Yeah.
You have men out there that will go get it. Oh, I'm going to sit right here till you go get it. Because guess what? I drove, you roll with me. You can't go nowhere.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't go nowhere. Go get it.
But, yeah.
But ladies, if they like that, cut that. That's dead. I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
Don't
You know
even
what I'm
waste your
saying?
time
Yeah,
with
don't
that
even
like
waste
that.
your time with that. Like, find somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Find you a Barack,
Fantasy.
a Blake. Go ahead and say fantasy, because this ain't no fantasy over here. This all reality.
You see my mouth.
Yeah, hey, okay. You know, I'm just playing, y'all. Go find you somebody. Go find somebody that floats your boat. You get what I'm saying? But I do think, even like she said, if the date was not all that, communicate that to their partner. Let them know, hey, look, even if they pay for the food, I don't care. Sometimes we gotta hear things we don't want to hear. You get what I'm saying? That only makes us better. Look, we went out. You're a cool person, but we just not rocking in there. That'll cut down a whole bunch of confusion, a whole lot of misunderstandings, a whole lot of arguments, a whole lot of you hurt me's, a whole lot of I can't trust yous. That'll cut down a lot, because sometimes when you know it's not that from square one, from day one, if you know that, but yet you continue to string that person along.
Because you don't want to be lonely.
Right. Because that, you know what I'm saying? That's something different. But I feel like, why is you laughing?
Because I'm guilty of that. That's why I laughed.
Well, then say ouch, because I'm stepping on your toe.
Ouch.
Anyways. So, I mean, I feel like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, but, and then this is going to be the last one we talk about, which is patience. Okay? Trust. Are we doing trust?
Yeah, we already did patience.
Oh, we did patience. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is all right. So, that also goes into patience as well. You get what I'm saying? It go into patience, because sometimes we don't have patience for people that's actually trying. You get what I'm saying? If the vibe was good, let me finish. If the vibe was good, you get what I'm saying? If the vibe was good, and you can possibly see a future with them, and you know that this person loves you with everything that they have. Now, this is over a time period. This person loves you with everything that they have. Have patience with that person, please. And the reason I say that is because I saw a Facebook post, and it said this. It said, my mother always taught me to find someone that loves me at first. Well, I'm trying to put it was in the way of a woman. Okay, it said, women, find a man that loves you at first and not the one that you love. It said, because a man who loves you will go to the end of the earth and back for you. Mm-hmm. But the one that you love will only love you on their terms. Yep. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can grow to love somebody, mm-hmm. but you can't make nobody love you.
And just to give a perfect example of that, and for somebody who may not understand that, that's more of in the case, women, men, the person that you're chasing behind, and you just you are going out of the way to try to do things for them, but they're not reciprocating anything back.
Right. You're
going out of the way. You're calling them first. You're texting them first. You're making the initiative to go and do everything, and they're not even making any type of initiative, any type of anything.
Right.
And you ask yourself, if I go this many days without speaking to them, will they even hit me up? If your answer is no, that's not the person for you. That's the person that you love but don't love you.
Exactly. Exactly. And we got a lot of that in the world today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean a whole lot of it in the world today. Mm-hmm. Because we chase after so much wrong.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? We're chasing after the image. We're chasing after money. Mm-hmm. We're chasing after houses. We're chasing after cars. Mm-hmm. We're chasing after looks. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I love a beautiful woman. And if you know me, I love a woman from the eye. Okay? But it's not always about that. Because sometimes the one that'll treat you the best will be ugly, snagger-tooth, broke, fat. Mind you, I'm not saying go out there and get this. I'm not saying that. But sometimes they will love you unconditionally. And that's the kind of love that we need. We're looking for what I call cyber love. Something that looks good on the internet, on the outside. Mm-hmm. I can care less about what y'all feel about what I got going on the outside. If I'm loving you with everything on the inside of me, mm-hmm. and I'm showing you, mind you, I love you, so that means I love your flaws. Mm-hmm. I love your imperfections. Mm-hmm. I love everything about you.
We ain't saying go and be with somebody that go scare you every time you wake up in the morning.
Right. You know, you might jump a little bit
when
you wake
up. No.
You might, jump a little bit, but
what I can say is I've had a lot of my guy best friends and cousins and everything. They tell me, I notice a lot of guys chase after, and I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it, but I've noticed a lot of guys, they chase after a lot of light-skinned women. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. A lot of guys, they do chase after light-skinned women. Rather than thick, skinny, no matter the size, they chase after because, oh, I love how she looks. I love this, I love that. She's so beautiful, this and that. And they obsess over them. And then when they get in a relationship with them, they deal with them. I don't ever want to be with that type of person again. Oh, they're the devil. I don't want to. And I was just like, but that's what you like. That's what you chase after.
Right.
Whereas you have these brown skin and chocolate females that are like, I'm not saying they're not getting no love, don't get me wrong, but they're most of the time they're not your first choice.
Right.
And it's because of the looks, the appearance, and everything else. A lot of people, I'm not gonna say guys, people, because females and males do this. They chase after, just like how he said, the appearance, the money, and all of that material things instead of who they are as a person. Mind you, nobody's gonna go running. I'm not gonna say that. By Darth Vader. Nobody's gonna go running behind Darth Vader. I get that, but you have the okay person versus the she's everything. Everybody wants them. I want to have them. I want something that everybody wants but can't have.
You running behind Darth Vader when Chewbacca sitting over here treat you like a queen.
Yeah, wrong. When I said Darth Vader, I meant somebody that was hard to look at in the face.
Darth Vader got on a mask. We don't know how he look. That ain't your
makeup. Yeah, never mind. That's not my point. But the person, what I meant when I said Darth Vader, because I couldn't think of
Chewbacca.
Yeah, somebody that looks like Chewbacca, somebody that doesn't have the best appearance in the face. you're not gonna chase behind that. And I mean, nobody's gonna chase behind that. But you have okay looking people that guys will date, but then they'll get that one female who's light skinned, got it all, this and that, and just sometimes simply just because they're light skinned, they don't be having it all.
We gotta see past that.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta see past that.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta see past the outward appearance. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because the outward appearance, yes, it's good. The outward appearance is a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
but you ain't gonna never come into true love or unconditional love until you see the heart of somebody.
Now, I am going to say this because I have a preference myself. It is okay to have a preference.
Right.
It is definitely okay to have a preference. But what I'm saying is sometimes it's okay to shift a little outside of that preference.
If you got a list, what Tyler Perry said, you got to start knocking some of that stuff off.
Yeah, if your list is too detailed, let me know when you find that person.
Hey.
Let me know where you went at to find that person so I can go make a list and find mine.
Exactly, because I got a list too. Y'all, I had a list. I had to start knocking a lot of stuff off. I'm serious. You know, being in certain situations and in relationships, man. This generation here, they don't understand it.
It's hard.
It's hard. They don't understand the essence of being real,
Mm-hmm.
of being true,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing when you actually have somebody good.
Until they're gone.
Until they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
I never really understood the saying the old people would say, you won't miss your water until your well runs dry. You get what I'm saying? And we don't. So, we do not. And I know a lot of people that's missing out on some of the best things, some of the best people in life, because they allow one mistake or lack of communication or something to tear them apart. Or because of eye candy, walk past them that look better than what they got. But sometimes that eye candy that look good might just be a little sour.
Right. But that because it look good don't mean that it is good.
That it is good. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
How that saying, don't judge a book by the look of its cover. That because it look good on the outside don't mean that it is good on the inside.
That's right. I went to the movies and saw this movie, thought it was gonna be good. I called her and said that was the dumbest movie I ever seen. It ain't held my attention at all. Like, I ain't gonna say no name because I don't want no smoke on this movie. It brought in I'm gonna give y'all this. It brought in $43 million this past weekend. Just guess. Look it up. But we're just here to help y'all out. You get what I'm saying? This I'm not gonna lie. When I'm going through stuff and these females start tap dancing on this side of my nerve, this side, I have to call my big sister. She balances out my mind. She tell me when I'm right. She tell me when I'm wrong.
You ain't have to say because I'm not older than you. Oh man, I'm not older than you. But we can continue.
Y'all, I'm 1 year. I'm sorry. I had to call my little sister. Okay? She the little sister who thinks she the big sister. But we know who run this stuff. Anyways. We getting ready to close this out. But I want to leave y'all with this. We both gonna give y'all a closing note and then we out here. I want to leave y'all with this. Stop running. Stop running from what's good to go to what's okay. You should never be in a place of okay when you have good. Every relationship, every marriage, and the person that you're dating, I put it as like a diamond, or it's like gold. The hotter the fire, the purer it gets. Okay? Stop running. Just because the heat turned up, don't mean that person changed. Don't mean that person did a 360 on you. Sometimes, like we said earlier, sometimes you gotta find a way to maneuver to get that person to come out of their shell. Because you never know what a person been through in their past. You never know what a person is going on in their head. You get what I'm saying? Some things are hard, and people don't know how to deal with it. And I understand y'all want to be the one to help them through everything, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can. And stop running. Stop running when they need you the most. Stop leaving when they need you the most. Throw in the towel after a week after y'all, everything done. But don't leave them when they need you the most, because when they need you the most and you leave, it does more damage than it does healing.
What I have to say is more of when it's coming to building the relationship. Take the time to get to know the person. When you first meet them, it's not going to be all Gucci and gold. It's not going to be perfect. It may not always, the vibe may not always hit off on the first. Sometimes not even second date, because people are nervous.
Right.
They're nervous. And so once you see that person, take the time out to see that person for who they really are. And you never know who you might meet. You might end up meeting somebody who be the next millionaire. Hey. And you can meet that person can end up being that actual perfect person for you, but you wouldn't have known because you look at the outside appearance and you're so quick to pass judgment on them before you really take the time to really get to know them as an individual or them as a person. And once that comes in, you see their flaws, you see the bad side of them, you see I always say the 4 seasons. You see the 4 seasons of the person. Right. The good, the bad, the sad, and the happy. And you realize that you can deal with all 4 of that, then continue to pursue, let that be your person. But if you see that if 3 out of the 4 of those things are something that you can't deal with, let that go. Don't even waste your time. Oh, this one thing, they're good with this, and you hold on to it, you damage yourself by doing that.
Notice she said 3 out of the 4 seasons. If you can't deal with 3 out of the 4 seasons. Mm-hmm. If you can deal with 3 out of the 4 seasons, it's just that summer that's aggravating you, stick it out. Mm-hmm. Talk to that person. Mm-hmm. Talk to them. Mm-hmm. Talking goes a long way. It does. And we don't like to talk unless we on the phone. I don't like to talk, period. Text me.
I'm gonna talk. I don't like to text because through text can always be is an easier way to have a miscommunication through text. I rather prefer to talk to you on the phone. I want to hear how you sound when you say the things that you say, stuff like that.
And she right. But y'all, we out of time. Catch us next time. It's your boy Blake. It's my girl Ash Cash. You already know how we do it. Catch us next time, same place, same time, 7 o'clock on Thursday. And you know my saying, what's a podcast without spilling a little tea? We love y'all. Bye-bye.